Hello everyone, today I bring before you the Lesney Matchbox number 52 Maserati 4CLT 1948. It's a very nice looking casting, a very light yellow. It's got a nice white driver, nice tires, and I like the rims on it, very nice looking. As you can probably noticed, this base is broken, and something interesting is these wheels come right out. There's nothing holding them in except for the base, so I'm not going to have to remove the axles on these wheels, which is going to be very convenient. But this pillar rivet has broken through, so you can even see the tape that the kid used to hold the base on, which is kind of funny. It's a miracle these wheels are still here. The kid must have taken good care of it, because by the looks of it, he only has a couple of spots front and back that he scratched up, and then the head of the driver, of course, because when it skids upside down, that's where it gets scratched. Then again, the base is pretty bad too. I wonder what caused the pillar to break through. Probably rammed into something. But I'm excited to restore this. I gotta mix up some yellow, and it's gonna come out really nice. I think I'm really excited. I really wanted to get one of these style race cars. But first, I'm gonna try to match this paint. Mixing this paint might turn out to be a bit harder than I thought. I think this is close, but I might work on it later. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I ended up using a little green too, but I'm not fully content with that. That's what's in there. This is what the car looks like. As you can see, the car is a bit shinier, or not shinier, brighter than the yellow, but I can't get it to brighten up really. I think it'll work, but I might look at it just a little bit more. But what I must do next is I need to drill the heads off these rivets and tap them for a screw. So let's see how that all goes. Well, as you can see, both posts have been drilled and tapped. I had to do a lot of filing to get it to come out like this, because one of the posts had broken through the base and stuck out a little too far. But other than that, it's looking pretty nice. I'm gonna try to take the tape off of here. And also, this is the spot of paint that I mixed. You can see it's close, but it's really not 100%, but I think it'll still look really nice when it's done, even though it's not perfect. Well, as you can see, I put some paint stripper on the model. I'm going with the paint I started with before, even though it's not 100%. On camera, it won't look much different, but in person, it's got a different sheen to it. I think it'll still look very nice. And I got some spray paint for the base, so I'm very excited for that. This here is the paint stripper I use. It actually works pretty well. And I just put it on with a toothbrush that I also use to scrub it off with on a cardboard piece here. I have to switch those out occasionally because they get pretty eaten up. But in 30 minutes I will come and strip this, because this paint stripper takes 30 minutes to work. So see you then. Now this took absolutely forever, but I finally got almost all the paint off. This paint was extremely strong, and it took like half dozen coats of paint stripper to get this off. Usually, the most I've ever used is like 3 coats. This used over 6. So I finally got it. Unfortunately, the last coat I didn't take off in time, and as you can see, there's some weird coloring on it because it dried on somewhat. So luckily, the next step will stop that, because I'll be using a brass wheel in my Dremel to shine up the body. Now, I will also shine up the base, but I don't have the base right here to show you. And these are the tools I use to help me get the paint off. I use this to scrub the paint once I picked it off with the dental picks, and I also use this to scrub it a little bit. This would shine it up a little bit because this is a brass brush, and it's not too abrasive, but the paint was so strong this thing wouldn't even take it off. But now I have gotten all the paint off, so I will proceed to use my Dremel on it. Well, as you can see, it's a bit shinier. This spot here had some weird ridges, and you still see them a little bit, but I tried to sand them out with some 400 grit. I usually don't go too crazy on the flashing and other casting errors in the cars, because those would be in from the factory, and I want it to look more original. Also, I sometimes leave some pits and scratches, and usually not really deep ones. Kind of gives it they're not going to be noticeable too much in the paint, and it kind of gives it a little character. Like, I think I'm going to leave this little nick in there, because you're not going to notice it that much, and it's not going to be too much of a problem. You can still see kind of where the paint stripper dried on, but it's been gone over, so hopefully it won't mess with the primer that I'm going to put on. And here is the Dremel with the brass wheel. So this is the tool I use to shine it up. Brass isn't very abrasive, so it's usually not a problem. And yeah, so the next step will be to put some primer on that. I'll show you when that's done, and then I'll show you what primer I use. It's been stripped and been shined up. This is the paint that I'll be using on it. It's just some Rust-Oleum black gloss. I'm going to spray it from a little distance, and rather than getting my whole airbrush ready and base coating it and everything like that, I'm just going to do spray right onto the bare metal and see how it comes out. If I don't like it, then I'll strip it and try it again with base coat or something like that, but I think it'll hopefully come out good. Let's see that.
Well guys, this is how the base turned out. I personally really like it, and it's got a nice shine to it. And yeah, overall I think it was a good idea doing the spray paint. And the rest of the car, as you can see, has been primed. It looks pretty nice. I hold it in a vise so that it doesn't drip down, and it doesn't get bumped by anything. Kind of helps hold it. And this is the primer that I used. To me, a fine surface primer. I used the white because I just prefer the white. I don't know why. I haven't tried the gray though, so that might be something I'm going to try in the future. But overall, I think it looks very nice. It shows all the details of the car. This car has a lot of detail. Look closely at the hood if I can get this to focus. You can see like a little dot in the middle, and there's little ridges on the sides, like right there, above that other ridge. And you can see on this side they have some. You can see all the little rivets even. I need to focus on that piece of metal on the side. It's got a lot of detail on it, even though it's a very basic looking casting. I really like that about the Matchboxes. Well, next step on this will be to paint the body here. So let's see what that looks like when it's done.
Here, as you see, I have a little driver that goes in the Maserati. As you can see, he's all intact and in good shape, just he needs to be repainted. So I am going to paint strip him, and then I'm going to brush paint him with some Tamiya white. Okay guys, here's everything. This is the car painted. As you can see, it's a bit lighter than I wanted, but I still like it. It's not too bad. With the base with the nice paint on it. The wheels, I cleaned up the mushrooms on each end, and the driver, I was unable to get him to paint the strip on him, so I ended up just painting him over with some spray paint, and then I think it looks pretty good. So now I just need to put it back together and I'll be done. So as you may remember, this is what the car looked like when we started. You can see it had been taped together, the rivet had been broken through, and altogether it just really needed a paint job because it had a lot of paint chips and quite beat up. But now it has been redone and it looks like this. Hope you enjoyed watching. You leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in some of my other videos. I have many more planned to upload after this one. I have like 3 that are ready to go, and yeah, I hope you watch some of my already completed restorations. I have a playlist on my channel, and hope to see you again on my channel. Thank you.